Today, on an incredible Give Me a Break, new leads into the development of King High School in a hit and run accident. Also, our Friday special about students and guns. Plus, how you could be a co-anchor of Give Me a Break. All that next on Give Me a Break. Whenever we do stories like this, it just depends that we want to get to the truth. Whenever we hear a story like this, we want to hear the truth. When news people do news like this, they tend to get to the truth. When we tell a story, we always stick to the truth and stick to our story, no matter what. We never tell any lies. Well, when we file lawsuits, we have to be honest and truthful before the judge. Restraining orders in the hand, we always have to be truthful about when something is happening. On one hand, and on the other hand, somebody's definitely lying and no one wants to get to the truth. That's especially the case of what happened in the hit and run accident at Keene High School. Back in March, I remember telling you this months ago. Back in March, a student was run over in a hit and run accident. The driver was one named Elton Wayne Holmes. Remember, he was the one that ran over that student. And if y'all haven't watched the news lately, those of you in Corpus haven't watched Channel 6. These guys, the plans were one of the students was hit in that accident. Now, for Keene students out there, if y'all haven't been up to date about this, let me bring you all up to date about it. I'm gonna bring you up to date. Some of you might know, some of you haven't been upfront and honest, but Wednesday, if y'all haven't watched Channel 6, there was a lawsuit filed and a restraining order. This was an application that says, plaintiffs, this is the petition. Say, this petition that I obtained, this petition right here, just listen to what this petition has to say. Of what every single, just listen to what this petition has to say. Now comes Tanya Brown individually and as representing the estate of Renee Garza, deceased, and Brandon Wade, individually as next of friend of a minor, hereinafter referred to by name of plaintiffs in common, Elton Wayne Holmes, individually hereinafter referred by the name as defendant, and for cause of action were respectfully shown to the court as follows. This is like 12 pages of this restraining order. Here is the facts of some of you who are listening. And this is where I'll get your attention, King. March 27, 2018, plans to send Bob Gaza and the minor plaintiff were caught walking across the located intersection Staple Street, Mustang Trail in Corpus. Defendant Elmer Holmes operating a Jeep failed to stop for plans while they were walking within a crosswalk and struck both minors that fled the scene of the incident. Lieutenant Garza sustained severe injuries, ultimately resulting in death and other damages, while were approximately caused by the inelegant conduct of the defendant. The minor plaintiff sustained severe injuries and damages which were approximately caused by the inelegant conduct of the defendant. And this is what happened. This is the video. This cause action exceeds $1 million in damages. Who's going to pay for it? Well, we are, the taxpayers. But take a look at what causes of action with the defendant says. It says defendant held when Holmes had duty to exercise a degree of care that a reasonably careful person would use to avoid them to others under circumstances similar to those described herein. And here's like a long list of what he was failing to do. He was failing to keep a proper lookout or search lookout, which a person normally proves would have been maintained under the same or similar circumstances. Also failing to timely apply the brakes. Failing to turn on the vehicle in an effort to avoid a collision. Failing to sound the horn when of imminent danger. Operating the vehicle at a speed which is greater than which the ordinary person would have been driven. Also failing to properly control speed in violation of the Transportation Code 545.351. Also failing to yield right of way pedestrian in a crosswalk violation of the 552. And also the gross intelligence. The above, also these he made this gross intelligence. What about the damages? What about the damages, you ask? The above reference and or commissions by a defendant constitutes maintenance of term defined in section 41.001 of the code. The defendant was headless and reckless, constituting an extreme degree of risk, considering the probability and magnitude of the potential harm to others. The defendant was aware of the risk, but nevertheless proceeded with conscious indifference to the right safety and welfare of others, including the plaintiffs. Therefore, they have the plaintiffs to sue damages. This is the damages from the subcode. And this is the damages. This is what the damages. This is what number 15 said. This is what this number 15 says. As a direct and proximate result of the incident, she lost her life. As the mother, Tanya Brown, seeks the following damages. And here is a list of the damages. For loss sustained in the past, loss to care, maintenance, support, services, advice, counsel, and reasonable contributions of value. The Brown's reasonable probability would have received from guardian. Purely loss that in reasonable probability would be sustained in the future. Going down the scene here, mental anguish sustained in the past, emotional pain and suffering by the loss. And also the loss of present value of assets ceased in which reasonable probability would have been had to sustain to and left an actual death. And look at the damages to this minor. Just listen to this. Physical pain and suffering in the past, physical impairment, mental anguish in the past. The list just goes like on. Medical expenses, and going to number 16, pain and mental anguish, the conscious physical pain, emotional pain, medical expenses, reasonable expense, the necessary medical and hospital care. This is like from the past. And going on here, prejudgment and expulsory damages. And the instant damage, like, look at number 21. Rule 47, plaintiffs seek monetary relief over $1 billion. And plaintiffs further request both prejudgment and post-judgment interest on all damages allowed by the law. And request for a jury trial, this is what plaintiffs demand a trial by jury. Hopefully it won't get one. Presidents of 193.7 plans to give notice to the intent of use documents produced by any party or producing party. And this just goes on and on. Hey, look at this page 9. This page goes on. Plans further request a temporary restraining order, temporary injunction unless unless the defendant, its agent, servants, and employees, or anyone acting in concern, therefore, are immediately delivered from taking any action that might alter, damage, or destroy any cellular phone on handheld device in possession of the defendant at the time for the GPS track. And this just goes on. This is what they released, and the attorney signed this. And here is the prayer. Wherefore, premises considered plaintiffs Tanya Brown individually as represented by the estate of Garza, deceased, and Brandy Ray, individually and next friend, respectfully pay the court temporary restraining order upon the hearing. That is what the judge. That's what the judge said. My opinion about this is after reading like this is the law. This is from Thomas J. Henry. This was a video. This was available to give me a break. This was official for public to have. And after reading all of this before starting this, I gotta tell you, I am astonished by what this restraining order is. I mean, I didn't realize that Thomas J. Henry was part of this. I would love to go by there and talk to the family, have them appear on this program, but many of the King baseball players are there, but it could be hard to get some answers to these questions. Like, it could be hard to get these answers to the questions I have, like, why aren't steps being taken to pursue safety, and why isn't everyone being told to step in? Why isn't everyone being stepped in to talk about this? And look at this disclosure. President Rule 194, Texas Rules Procedure Defendant. The defendant, actually Rule 194.2 of the Texas Rules of Civil, the TRCP. And after looking at all of this, he violated all the codes. When you look at these codes, you violated each and every one of these codes. I mean, failing to sound the horn, you failing to turn the vehicle, and then you failed to follow the signs. I would have this, if he was to appear in this program, we would have got this answer, but I don't feel like talking to people. I mean, I would feel like talking to someone, but it'd be disclosure and off camera. But I feel sorry for the student. I mean, we all have to take safety precautions. I mean, when it comes to safety, we all have to be careful out there. And after hearing this restraining order, I do have to believe in Thomas J. Henry. He was doing his job. I support him for what he does. And by looking at this, I mean, after reading the facts, I could feel like we could be in for you. This was a good trial. This was on court TV, like the People's Court or stuff like that, someone would be able to lose their money. But why aren't steps being taken to make sure that we all have to teach our kids about safety? Like, think of an example. Think of an example of an escalator. A child's leg would be cut within. That's the couch. Let me show you. I'll show you right here. Think of my leg. Think of this as an escalator. Think of this couch. My leg is cut within. And then it rips right open. The bone is out, like right here. It's just an example, like right here. The bone is out. And then my parents are wondering, why aren't steps being taken to safety? So they would sue the MBTA, like if I was in Boston, they would sue the MBTA. And I would have to agree with all this 12-page crap in my hand. And by looking at this, I just have to tell you that I'm astonished by how the facts are handled. If I can just get one chance to talk to the family and apologize for what happened back in March, I know what it's like about safety. I've been there. I have been there for safety. And precautions? Well, no precautions are needed, but we all have to teach our kids about crossing the street. I mean, let's face it, we see people out there who just want to get to where they need to be. But you have kids there who are going to school and stuff. And failing to meet these requirements. So that's our deal with the updated lawsuit. And again, to all the students at King, I'm very sorry about the loss of your beloved student. And let me tell you, I know what it's like to cross the street. And I hope to never have to do another topic again as we move on from the year. As we move on to next year. Even though we're in 2018, hopefully this stuff would happen in the near future. So again, I apologize if you came to wasting your time, and I hope that when you hear this lawsuit, when you hear these words out of my mouth when it gets posted to YouTube, I hope you realize that you'll be in the same situation that I was in. Okay, we have spent every single minute talking about this lawsuit and having you hearing my opinions about this, but we haven't even gotten to this Friday Night Special, which we're going to talk about next. Because, let me tell you, after hearing these facts right here, I feel like bringing weapons to school is really a big issue. So we're going to take a break, come back, and then we'll talk about. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and when we come back here, we're going to talk about students and weapons, students who bring guns into school, because it's really a big issue here. We may have talked about this days ago, but now many people are wondering, like, and now there's this walkout thing about. There's this walkout happening next Friday, right here. I'm going to tell you all about that next. All right, let's have some facts here. We have been, over these past episodes, we've been focusing on students who have been insubordination, who have been insubordinate, who break school property, senior pranks, plus many,
plus people who decide to break the rules and negotiate their way out. Now this focus comes in on. Now we've also focused on students who decide to bring tobacco into school, and this is really big. This was really a big issue for me to talk about. I mean, many students feel like they don't want to be in school; they just want to take a break from the academic world and do something about it. Now, on the other hand, weapons in the hand are dangerous. Like when people come to school, they expect it to be a safe place for people to go to, a safe place to learn, a safe place to hang out with friends, keep away from bullies. I mean, the reason why people don't want to go to school is because of the bullies and stuff like that. The stuff that we focus on is all about the bullies and stuff. The stuff that I focus on about is all the school rules being broken, like insubordination, vandalism. Vandalism is like really a big issue to talk about. Like, let's tell you, when you deal with vandalism, you don't know what you're dealing with. I mean, desks are being destroyed, lockers are being destroyed. No one's doing anything about it. There's graffiti. There's like all kinds of stuff that we talked about here. And one of the reasons why we do this type of do shows like this because what I'm trying to do is get students to stop doing what they're doing, take a second opinion and say, look, I don't feel like doing this, and have a conscience at heart to say, look, don't do this because if you do it, then you're going to be in big trouble. At least someone would have a heart to say, look, don't do this again because if this happens again, people are going to get in trouble. But imagine bringing a weapon to school. There's been threats all over around. There has been knives, guns. There has been all school shootings ever since Columbine High School back in the 20s, back in 1998. No one has taken excessive action towards this. All they're doing is just counting our tax dollars and not doing anything about it. Just sitting there, counting our tax money and come up with new stuff for the school for the new year. New computers, new desks, new assistant principals, new stuff, new improvements for each building, new improvements for the high school, the primary, all that kind of stuff. But all we're dealing with, that's all we're dealing with. What we're not dealing with is the school shooting. If you looked in the book, you realize that we had a weapon being fired in the school. We had a shooting across the street from the right by the Thomas Stand. We had a shooting across the street from the school. We've also been having like threats in the bathroom, everywhere. We have seen threats. What are they doing about it? Nothing. Nobody has get to the bottom of this. Nobody's getting to the bottom of this, but nobody else is doing anything. But the main subject here that we're focusing on is students and weapons. Why do students think it's okay to bring a weapon to school? Well, because they want to show it to everyone. I don't feel like weapons should be brought to school. People want to be in a safe environment like I do. When I went to school, I expect for it to be safe. And it has been. Now, the next Friday for the high school, right here, there is going to be a walkout all about guns. I mean, I didn't remember doing this. I remember seeing that sign over there, but I didn't remember what this walkout was about. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to be part of this, but if I was going to be a part of it, I said to myself this, quote, if I'm going to be part of this, I'm going to have things. One, I'm going to have, the first thing I'm going to need is cameramen. The second thing I'm going to need is somebody to support me, someone for transportation. And third, video footage. Third, someone to bring me video footage. The fourth thing I need is someone to sit down, someone to talk to, like say, to walk up to the person and say, hello, my name is Jonathan Carmen, if you give me a break, and we're focusing in on this, we're focusing in on this walkout. Somebody would be required to talk to me about this issue. But I'd really like it's a one-on-one sit down in this, right here in this area. Right here in that area, sit down, one-on-one, good interview, no interruptions, period. But even if there were interruptions, no one would probably take a step further to talk about this. I mean, what do I think about this walkout? If like the high school is like right over there, that's where it's going to start. There are two sides to walk. One side leads to the fast food places, and the other side leads to the high school. Leads to the high school in the auditorium. But the thing is that if this walkout leads to where I live, I'm just going to simply either do two things: walk away from it all, not be a part of it, or just simply ignore it, like I always do, just ignore it. But then when we ignore something, we don't know what's happening. And I'm looking at the side, I feel like I'm not going to be a part of this. Like, the only time I've ever seen walkouts happen is on TV. Like, when you watch a TV show, what do you expect to see? I saw one episode of King of the Hill where Bobby was protesting about getting the soda machines out of the area. And then he was protesting about it. Then this next protest happens where they walk out of town. You know what happens to walkouts, right? There's riots, race riots, vandalism, graffiti, stuff being destroyed. That is disturbing the peace right there. And I'd be thankful. I'd be the first one over there to talk about this media. But a little later on, I'm going to tell you how you can be a part of the series I'm doing. Part of the program. Let's get back to the students and weapons. I feel like the reason why students bring weapons to school is because they want to defend themselves. People are trying to have a safe environment. But when a kid goes to class, they expect for someone to be safe in like a safe environment. But when it comes to that, we don't know what's happening. All we're doing is just sitting there behind our desks. We're just sitting there behind our desks trying to work, and then the next thing you know, a gunshot goes off, lockdown all happens, and then someone finds a suspect, and then boom, all over with. Let's get back to normal school day. I've lived in the block for 15 years, and there's never been a single walkout. I'm going to tell you this straight up right now, that I do not do walkouts for several reasons. One, first thing is, walkouts can lead to vandalism. Second, it can lead to riots and race riots. The third reason is for vandalism. Stuff can be destroyed. And the fourth thing is, you're disturbing the peace. I don't want to be a part of this. Even though I didn't go to school, I'm not going to be a part of this. If it was a parade, I would be a part of it. Since this is a walkout for next Friday, I don't want to be a part of this. It's like people say, if you're not with us, you're against us. I'm probably with you guys on this, but I'm with you guys on people that bring weapons to school. But for this walkout, I'm against it. The one reason is I like that students don't want to bring weapons to school, but with these threats happening, why does there have to be a walkout? If it goes right here in this area, you guys are disturbing the peace. I can't have that on my conscience. I never disturb the peace. The only time I ever disturb the peace is if I ever get my guitar out and go out for a walk. That's the only thing I do. When it comes to this stuff, we have to be aware of what we're protesting for. blind to what we're walking out against. Unfortunately, nobody's doing anything about it but counting our tax dollars and making new improvements to the school and to the bluff. And for 15 years, I've never been to a walkout. I've never seen a walkout or ever been to a walkout before. But I know what walkouts are like. And believe me, it can get very ugly by the second. Up next, I'm going to tell you you can be a part of this program. You're watching Give Me a Break. And up next, I'm going to tell you how you can be a part of this program right here, being my co-anchor, a special guest co-anchor, and a cameraman for field reporting. That's next. So, summer's coming up, and you haven't found a job yet? Your parents are telling you, go out and get a job. Go find a job. Well, parents, stop bragging about it. Your son or daughter can be my co-anchor of Give Me a Break. Here's how you can do it. Here's how you can do this. I'm always looking for a good co-anchor to give me some interesting topics. So if your son or daughter wants to be part of this, here's what you have to do. Please send in a 10 to 20 minute video about what makes you say, give me a break. It can be anything. It could be about hit and run. It could be anything. Just use your imagination, think of something, get something off your chest. Then, once you're done with that, please send me the video to this email address at jkerman67@gmail.com. That is jkerman67@gmail.com. I will choose the liking, and also, please send in your contact information so that I know how to contact you. Also, while emailing me, please send in your contact. Please give me your name. Please give me your name and your phone number so that I can reach you to see if you won. The contest is going to be happening as soon as this video uploads. So as soon as this video uploads, the contest will begin. And for the cameraman, please send me some good shots. And I'm always looking for cameramen. So if you want to be a part of this, if you want to be part of the field reporting, outside field reporting, please send me some good shots. Please prove to me you can be the best cameraman ever. So again, for the co-anchors and correspondents, please send me a 10 to 20 minute video of what makes you say give me a break. Then send the video to me to this email address at jkerman67@gmail.com. And please leave your name and number so that I can reach you. I'm always looking for a good co-anchor because I hate doing this by myself. Or anyway, that's all the time I have for this Friday. I thank you for watching and have a safe weekend. For the King students out there, I'm sorry about the student that passed away. But in memory of return, the memory will not be forgotten. For the student that King is in our hearts. For all my colleagues here at YouTube, for all my favorite YouTubers out there, for all my fans out there in Fly Bluff, for everyone here at Fly Bluff, good night, everyone. Until next time, America, I'll see you next Friday.